your news in your community. This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 6.
We're starting tonight with surveillance video. We want you to get a good look at. The man here on your screen is breaking into an Abilene church. The footage from early this morning. At this hour, though, police still hoping someone recognizes the suspect.
Tonight, we know the church's senior pastor got the call from the security system at about 5 o'clock this morning. The burglary happening at the Lighthouse Assembly of God Church on Texas Avenue. That's in southwest Abilene. They say the suspect smashed through a window and took $10,000 worth of items.
But the church members say while the things that were taken had value, they also had meaning. Our Jessica Rank spoke with the pastors. She's in studio with our top story tonight.
Jessica, what did they say about what was taken and what happened?
Yeah, Sam and Randy, I talked to the family who runs the church. They tell me the man who broke into the place took some items that were limited edition. They say it's a mess that really can only be cleaned up with a prayer. Lloyd Boren and his wife woken up early Wednesday morning to the message that their church had been broken into.
Everything in the office was trashed. Everything was in the floor. There was a TV monitor that we'd been using that was in the floor and had something on top of it.
Surveillance video shows this man, police are saying, broke into the Lighthouse Assembly of God Church through the office window just after 4 a.m.
Part of the windows covering was plywood. He took all of that out and laid it back there in the alley neatly and took the steel bar out.
The second video catches the suspect at 5:21, meaning he had been in the building for over an hour.
I had a red Gibson ES335 guitar that he took.
That, along with a bass guitar, lights, and cash, amounts to about $10,000 worth of items stolen.
What a mess. A terrible mess.
A mess that took Lloyd and his son hours to clean up, and while they want the suspect to be caught, they're also hoping he finds another path.
Well, what we need to do, we need to pray for the guy, because obviously he has some problems, and we've got to love people.
Yeah, the family says they just installed a new security system a couple weeks ago, and it's already paying off. If you recognize the man in the video, you are asked to call police. In studio, Jessica Rank, KRBC, Abilene's local news.
Jessica, thank you. And more top stories tonight. Abilene police also searching for suspects who may have stolen several AC units. This video catching them in the act was posted to social media. You can see the suspects take an air conditioning unit while the home on North 4th Street was being remodeled in late August. Police say they could have committed similar thefts throughout the city. Anyone with information is encouraged to call Abilene Crime Stoppers. That phone number there on your screen.
And an Abilene man in custody after threatening a shootout this afternoon, but before the suspect began making threats toward officers. Police say he showed up at his girlfriend's job with a rifle. That's where the hunt for the suspect began. Officers followed a series of Facebook Live posts by the suspect. That's how they found him at Kirby Lake. Wiley East Elementary placed on a lockout until the suspect was arrested. Right now he is being held for stalking, but more charges could be filed. Also tonight, a Texas prison guard charged in the aggravated assault of an inmate who has since died. That and other top stories can be found on our website, bigcountryhomepage.com. Turning now to our first check of weather. This is a live look over Abilene tonight. A warm one out there today. The sun certainly nice, and I hope that we have soaked it up because you could get soaked this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Randy Turner on the Storm Team Weather Center for us now. Randy, rain chances just keep getting better and better as the week comes closer to a close.
They certainly do. You're right about that. The rain begins tomorrow, but when the cold front arrives on Friday, it brings a hefty chance for not only rain, but some heavy downpours that may rain on your Friday night football game. Heads up for that. Today, just the fair weather cumulus clouds more prevalent over the western counties of the Big Country. But we do have Tropical Depression 19E in the Gulf of California near Baja. You can see the cloudiness associated with that system. That moisture will eventually make its way into the Big Country on Friday. It'll get a little bit of help from a couple of other systems. More on that a little bit later in the news. Current conditions in Abilene, 88 degrees and mostly sunny at the Abilene Regional Airport, still 90 and partly cloudy at Dice Air Force Base, and we have a south wind at 14 to 17 miles per hour. Around the rest of the Big Country, temperatures continue to be in the upper 80s to the low 90s. the northeastern counties warmest once again today. So getting you ready now for Thursday, the chance for rain sort of eases into the forecast in the afternoon and evening hours, 20% chance. Highs tomorrow, much like today, in the upper 80s.
Randy, thank you. We're taking you now into Scurry County, which is now a green energy partner with multi-billion-dollar company Amazon.
In February, we told you about Snyder ISD getting $50,000 out of the deal to expand the district's STEM program. And this semester, that program coming to fruition.
Our Febin Cassahoon in studio tonight, getting an inside look at the classrooms fueling STEAM careers in West Texas. Febin, what exactly does STEAM stand for?
Well, Samantha and Randy, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and with that added A standing for Art and Agriculture, and of course the M standing for Mathematics. I met with a first grade class that definitely enjoys learning, probably even more.
I look forward to doing something different every day.
Primary students in Snyder ISD immersing themselves in their new makerspace area.
You see the spark in their eye. You see the meaning in their learning is what I see when they walk out. I see students who are excited about sharing their learning, whether they get home, with their friends, with their peers.
The district proving the great strides being made in the last year with its new STEAM facility coming to life.
When we built this space, the main idea was collaboration. And what that does is it allows the space to be flexible for our pre-K students all the way up to our adult learners, whether that's teachers or community members.
District STEAM coordinator Ryan Maney's goal, rooting STEAM into literacy for his students.
The students were developing something called an empathy map, where they had to identify who the main character was, what did she say, how did she feel, what was the problem, and what was the solution.
The new building has flexible seating and various opportunities to display information throughout the room.
We're bringing these real life scenarios into the hands of the students, and those are things that can't be Googled, that a level of creativity and collaboration and communication.
Students like first grader Jaslyn Sanders say she loves being able to implement her interests into her schoolwork.
I like different kind of places, like outer space. This is a rocket. It's landing on a different planet.
And while this curriculum is supposed to put students ahead of the game, Jaslyn says she's taking her time into learning everything she can before she makes bigger decisions. You know what you want to be when you grow up?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Okay. I want to learn more before I want to know what I want to be.
What's your name? Now the program follows 4 C's in its curriculum. That's critical thinking, creativity, communication, and working together. In studio, Febin Cassahoon, KRBC, Abilene's local news.
Febin, thank you. Here's a story you'll only see tonight at 10. We're going into Abilene's second oldest neighborhood. Residents who live there call it Town West, and some of the historic homes there are getting a second chance. A developer is reviving the homes and breathing new life into the neighborhood. At 10, our Catherine Garcia takes us into a home that's in the middle of a revamp and hears from residents about their neighborhood's future.
In more local news tonight, the city looking to revive its oldest splash pad. The water feature at Nelson Park has been shut down for the last few weeks, but repair plan is in the works. The Nelson splash pad was built in 2015, has been having issues with the cement pad. It's coming apart, getting into the system. That's causing some damage.
It has had some challenges this summer for sure. And so we're working through getting some of the resurfacing done on the pad, which is causing quite a few of the issues that we've run into.
Money is set aside in the budget for repairs and maintenance, and City Council just approved up to $200,000 to pay for those upgrades. All other Abilene splash pads will be open through October 15th. And looking ahead to this weekend, on Saturday, you can celebrate the end of the dog days of summer with your dog. The event is 10 a.m. to noon at Adventure Cove. Owners get in free, but it's $3 per pup. Following this event, the park will be drained and cleaned for the next season.
Can't believe that it's the end of the summer. Coming up here on your local news, before tomorrow's historic varsity mashup, we're going back in time to the first time teams from Cooper and Wiley met on the field. That is still ahead.
Abilene's official high temperature today, as we open up the almanac for you, was 89 degrees. The low this morning 68, and records 99 and 45. No rain today, but by this time tomorrow there should be some showers around the region. A wet forecast up next on Abilene's local news.
This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 6, with Samantha Jones and Chief Meteorologist Randy Turner.